So similarly, we are going to introduce the concept of observability. So if you could recall, so you have a plant and you have your outputs y. And you have your observer. So if you could recall in the initial classes, there will be a person with a binoculars standing there. So basically he is an observer. So you have your output y. So you can't use your output y directly to control, because your output will be corrupted. So sensor noise is there, and then you have some disturbances which might come into your y. So you need to, in spite of all those uncertainties present in y, there is some truth also present in y. So you need to estimate the states of the plant x hat. So state of the plant from the output y. So that's how your concept of observability comes, right? So formal definition would be, so you have a autonomous system So what do you mean by an autonomous system? So you have x of k plus 1 is equal to ax k. So there is no input. So it is an autonomous system. You start from some initial state. It takes its own course and then it settles at some point, depending on A matrix. So you must have seen this asymptotic stability and stuff. So you start from some state and then you leave the system as such. It reaches some point. If the system comes back to a steady state, then that means it's asymptotically stable. So that is governed by your A matrix. So apart from that, so this is an autonomous system. So you are starting from an initial state which is x naught. So x of 1 is equal to a x naught. So what is your output? It is y of 1 is equal to c a x naught. Okay. So what your observability says is, you have an autonomous system and you have started from some initial condition, initial state x naught, and we don't know what is it. So you keep on getting your measurements. Say you are getting y1, y2, y3, etc., yn, some capital N. So you keep on adding your measurements. Can you find your initial condition x naught given these measurements? If you could find that, then that means your system is observable. So now you must have had some idea of what is it. So basically we are going to solve set of linear equations. Now we are assumed that there is no error in the sensor, everything. So basically we are going to solve a set of equations, whether given a set of measurements can we find the initial state. So once you find the initial state, you can recursively find the other states. So that means you can estimate the state of your system. Can you estimate the state of the system given your set of measurements is what a state estimation does. So the observer computing x hat does the job. So you have your Kalman filter, you have your extended Kalman filter, all those algorithms estimate your x hat. To do that, whether initial check, just like what you did for controllability, whether you can control the system. Similarly for observability, first you need to check whether the system is observable or not. Okay. So similarly similar to the controllability matrix, you have your observability matrix. So you can construct from here. So y naught is c into x naught, y1 is ca into x naught, y2 is C A square x naught etc. yn is C A power n x naught. So, you are taking some arbitrary n measurements. See here n is could be equal or not equal to n. So, I am considering n is not equal to n. N is some number, but n is the number of states of A. Okay. So, you know your left hand side, which is set of measurements, you know what is C, you know what is A, can you find x naught? So, it is of the form A x is equal to B, where x is your x naught, A is your observability matrix and B is your measurements. Okay. So, we need to, so what is, so to solve this problem, so what will be your solution? For the solution to exist, unique solution to exist, what is the condition? Rank of A must be equal to n. So, there comes your first condition for observability, which says rank of observability matrix must be equal to. So, controllability and observability are dual concepts. So, similar to the stabilizability, you have your concept of detectability. So, it is the same condition. So, similar to the hottest condition in the controllability reachability case, you have your hottest condition even for your observability, the concept of observability, which says so any guesses what should be the hottest condition? So, there we had A and B as the important matrices which determines whether the system is controllable or not. So, what could be your the hottest condition here? So, will you get C in your will it be augmented, or how it will be augmented? It will be augmented column wise or the row wise? Row wise. Really? So, what is it? A minus lambda I, whether C must come here or here? So, C must come here. So, rank of this matrix must be equal to n. If the rank of this matrix is equal to n, the system is detectable. And of course, if the system is detectable, the system is observable also. Oh no, sorry, when you have an observable system, the system will be detectable, but not the otherwise, not the other way, because so here lambda is an important factor. So, similar to what we have seen in the controllability and the reachability case, you analyze your lambdas whether it is greater than or equal to 1 or lambda less than 1. So, whether the lambda is outside the unit circle or inside the unit circle. So, if your lambda is greater than or equal to 1 and still you have your rank to be equal to n, that means the system is detectable. Detectability basically means you can still estimate x naught at infinite time steps, k tends to infinity, though the system must not blow up. So, basically when lambda is greater than or equal, system blows up, but can you still estimate your states from this? Depends on your C matrix. If you have So C matrix basically talks about the number of sensors. So basically if you have more number of sensors, you can estimate your system better. The more number of sensors means there will be more number of rows in C matrix, each sensor mapped to some state in the system. So if you have less number of sensors, then of course you can't estimate all the states. Okay. This will be
n into 2n, right?
yeah, this A is n cross n, C is p cross n. This is lambda I. So you need to check for different lambdas.
n into p plus n. Rank you have to find.
No, rank has to be equal to n. If the rank is n, then that means your system is observable, and if for lambdas greater than or equal to 1, and still if you get your rank equal to n, that means your system is detectable. So I would repeat it again. So it's controllability and stabilizability, and you have a dual concept which is observability and detectability. There, as k tends to infinity, can you control the system? Here, as k tends to infinity, can you estimate the states? Stabilizability, then detectability, and the controllability is, can you move the system from arbitrary initial state to origin? Here, can you calculate your initial state given a set of measurements? That is your observability. Fine. So still I have 10 minutes. So okay, we'll do one thing. So you have your heater example. So we'll start from there. So we have your heater. So you have your I don't know, height h and temperature T. So so it's an autonomous system. So h T of k plus 1 alpha 1 0 alpha 2 beta h T of k. So this is your A matrix. Okay. So let us assume that I am going to measure my height. Okay. What will be the C matrix? 1 and 0. Okay. So just by measuring the height, can we estimate the temperature? Okay. So if I say that C is equal to 0 1, I am assuming I am measuring the temperature. Can you measure the height? It is not possible. So just by seeing, you can say that the system is not observable. So let us check through the observability matrix. C, CA, 1 0, CA would be 1 0, beta, alpha 1 0. So the rank of the observability matrix is 1. Therefore, one of the state is not observable. Still, I mean, here you know the system, you can say that, oh, I can't observe my temperature. But suppose if there is just some matrix where here we don't know what is given. So there you can't say what is it. So for that you need to find your SVD and find what is the set of observable states, non-observable states, and those things are almost same. So what if I have a C matrix which is 1 0 0 1, then your system would be observable. So it is just identity matrix, the system will be observable. Right? If you can try calculating your observability matrix, you will end up getting a rank which is equal to 2. Okay. Maybe you can try checking the hottest condition. So lambdas are given, so alpha 1 and beta. So can you check whether the system is detectable or not. What is the condition for detectability? So, is the hottest condition correct? Alpha 2 beta minus alpha 1, C is 1 and 0. So, here the rank is 2. The system is observable, and for lambda equal to alpha 1 it is detectable also. So, what if your lambda is beta? The rank is 1. The system is not detectable. So, we have any questions?